There's the pipe going up to the house, okay? Anytime I want to work on the water up in the house, this is the shutoff for it. There's no gravity tank up there anymore that I'm using because I have that shut off, okay? So as soon as I close this valve here, there won't be any
house water.
There won't be any house water. I can open pipes or anything like that, and I don't have to drain the whole gravity pipes like before.
So the gravity thing's just up there, sitting there empty, right?
Well, it might. I'll have to open that valve, but the valve going from the up into the gravity tank right before it goes up there, there's a valve, so that's shut off. So the gravity tank it might have some water in it, but it not much. So this is where I shut off to work on the house. Okay. So let's take a look at these. Are pressure tanks. They have a bladder inside them. There's a bladder in here, and they're pressurized using this. I have a one of those pressure things. They're set to around 28, 29 psi.
This thing?
No, that is the water pressure. So there's two kinds of pressures here. See these things? They get set to just below where you want this switch to go off at like 29, 30 psi. And you do that just like you're filling up.
How do you set it?
I have a pressure gauge over at the house, just like a bicycle gauge and stuff like that. That's how you set it. And it should be done accurately. So I have an accurate one. I didn't leave it here because John would ruin it, but I have one at the other house, okay?
So this checks the pressure in the tank to the house, to the tank.
The only time I'd probably check this is at the beginning of the season, okay? Because you don't have to come down. It's like your tires. You don't check how often you check your tires, right? I mean, there's no reason why they're going to go bad, but you'd want to make certain this does it. And one of the problems you have to be careful of is you don't want to fill these things. So if they're drained at the beginning, okay? Well, let's say when I leave here, you see this hose? I will disconnect this hose here. It's a quick disconnect. So this will get turned off, but I'll disconnect the hose and just leave it there. I don't want any chance that water is going to sit in this pipe and crack these pipes. So this, after I drain everything, when I open this, that everything will just drain out along that hose.
So you open this one to drain the tank?
Right, but this would have to be shut off. And the way you shut it off is, you see, I'm going to mark it. See up there? Okay, see the one on the right? That's the pump. That's the circuit breaker to the pump. There's also a circuit breaker up at the house for the pump. And I probably end up shutting both of them off. But if this thing popped or something like that, you can just throw that circuit breaker and it will turn off the pump. Okay. So that's on. The other circuit breaker to the left is just an extra circuit breaker.
But that's just the electric. I mean, how do you drain it?
Okay, well, I'll show you that. So let's suppose if I was leaving, the first thing I do is I would shut this thing off. If I really was, I could shut this off and open this up and let the water. Well, I should say that. Before I do that, I would open this right here, because then I can get the water going out of the pump house. Otherwise, if I started opening stuff, see that one over there? If I opened that, it would just spill out all the floor. So this will allow it to just open up, and you can see it can go that way, and it can just drain right out. So that's the purpose of it, okay?
And then you do that one.
Well, okay, so let's suppose I'm going through a thing, and I would have turned off the pump. I drain all this. If it's drained, then I can shut this off and disconnect it. Now, these are all drained, but I would also drain that guy to make certain. Over here, if you look down here, see this little screw here? That would drain the pump.
You gotta drain the pump too?
Yeah, you absolutely have to drain the pump.
That screw right there?
Yeah, the bottom one.
Oh, the bottom one?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Because that'll then take all the water out of this, right? And anything that's in there, and all this would have gotten out from where? From opening those two valves. So everything would then, and you leave them open to make certain that you don't get condensation or anything like that. So all of those things would be drained and left open. Now you see this guy here? will be draining the this pipe. So you would open that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a diagram that shows all this. The end of the pipe's about out there. It's on wheels. So all you have to do is pull this thing up, put it on land, and guess what? There's two little valves on that thing. When you open that up, this whole line will drain.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.